100 for 100, the podcast. For all you new movie watchers out there, look, if you're just looking at getting into film, there's a whole plethora of options out there. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of films. You don't know where to start. I distilled it down to at least 100 for you to put your pinky toe in the water. See what you like, see what you don't like, and then build your tastes up from there. And then I took that list of 100 and I ranked them from 100 to 1. So you could call me names on the internet. And then I wrote a 100-word review. If you are too busy to listen to this 5-minute podcast, boy, attention spans are getting shorter and shorter these days, I tell you. Yesterday, we talked about number 56 on our list of Blues Brothers, a very funny movie from the late 80s. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't. I do believe it is hit cult classic. I think I would call that a cult classic. Would you? You let me know. Today we take a little bit of a left turn, man. We're going over to the Asian cinema. We're going over to Korea for a little bit. We already dipped our toes in with Parasite. We talked about that not too long ago. But the number 55 joint today is our second, if I remember off the top of my head, trilogy to come onto this list. The first one being Lord of the Rings. This one, number 55, being the Vengeance trilogy from Park Chan-wook. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance 2002, Old Boy 2003, and Lady Vengeance from 2005. Let's get into this 100-word review of these bits of businesses. 3 films centered on the idea of gaining revenge for past transgressions. The Vengeance trilogy movies are well-crafted and violent thrillers. Mr. Vengeance tells the tale of a deaf-mute man who botches a kidnapping, causing a grieving father to look for answers. Old Boy, the most shocking of the series, tells the story of Oh Dae-soo, unceremoniously kidnapped and imprisoned for 15 years. Lady Vengeance centers on Lee Gyung-ja, released from prison after serving a stretch for a crime she didn't commit. All 3 have thoughts of violence in their hearts as they set out to gain both answers and justice. Man, look, talk about some wild third act businesses, especially in Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Old Boy, especially Old Boy. Oh boy. These are very good movies. If you are one of those people who cannot watch movies with subtitles for whatever your malady is, I suggest you get over that real quick fast and watch these 3 movies in particular because they are wild bits of businesses. Mr. Vengeance, like I said, it's a story of a botched kidnapping. A dude tries to kidnap, a wealthy man's daughter to try to pay for a kidney transplant for his sister after he himself went to the black market and gave up a kidney, and they just stole his kidney, did not give him any money, and disappeared. So he's looking for vengeance on them. The dude whose daughter was kidnapped, he's looking for vengeance for his kidnapped daughter. And boy, does it all go left at the end. It has possibly one of my favorite death scenes. Dude standing in chest high water, and he gets his both his Achilles cut, so he can't stand. So man, how to drown to death in chest high water? That's not the best way to go out. Not the best way to go out at all. Old Boy. Old Boy is oof. We will not talk about the Spike Lee remake of this. Check out the original Old Boy. Oh Dae-soo kidnapped, and just as unceremoniously kidnapped as he was, he is just strangely released. And him being released back into society after 15 years being kidnapped sets off a domino effect of things to come, including one of cinema's most beloved fight scenes, the 2-player side-scrolling, as I like to call it, fight scene with Oh Dae-soo trying to go to work with the hammer, and man, it is exhausting. And I firmly believe that the first hallway scene from Daredevil, the one that led to all the other hallway scenes in the Netflix Defenders movies, took their inspiration from Old Boy. And that is the most ridiculous third act reveal of what's been happening the whole time. I won't even attempt to describe it because I don't want to spoil that magic for you. Lady Vengeance is the one that I have only seen twice, and I cannot find it anywhere to watch without paying an exorbitant amount of money. But, I remember that third act. Wrongly imprisoned for a crime she didn't commit. And she catches up with that person that put her life in shambles and a couple other people's lives in shambles. And boy, do they go to work on that dude. Oh, Man, remember that scene in Airplane where the woman's freaking out in the chair and there's a whole line of people that are just ready to shut her up a little bit? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, but way more violent. So make sure, if you like a good, violent, bloody revenge bit of business, check out all three of these movies from the Vengeance Trilogy, which is clocking in at number 55 on our list. The Vengeance Trilogy.